Hey YouTube, if I'm honest, I wasn't sure if I wanted to make this video, but I have decided to. So, one of the things I want to talk about is my disability and how it affects me. I also want to talk about some goals, whether they be channel goals or life goals. Um, so, first of all, what disabilities do I have? I suffer from a physical disability called scoliosis. For those of you who have never heard of it, it's a curvature of the spine. More often than not, they're pretty mild. Mine, unfortunately, isn't. I just didn't win the lottery on that one. I couldn't tell you if that would be the genetic lottery or not. I believe genetics plays a part in it. I could be very wrong. But I also had an accident when I was a child, which may or may not have contributed to it. I'm not sure. So, scoliosis affects mainly my posture. My shoulders and hips are uneven. It also causes pain when I sit down too long, stand too long, or walk too much. I can't walk very far without feeling pain, and if I lay on my back, trust me, I would know about it, and it is not fun. Stairs are also my living nightmare, and my hand-eye coordination, as some of you have noticed, can be a bit awful, but I'm honestly not sure if that's related or not. I could be very wrong on that one. It could also be part of my lazy eye, but I don't know. Anyway, it hurt my self-esteem growing up. I was relentlessly bullied about it even. People used to tease me about how I walked because I walked very slowly and very differently. To me, I'll be honest, I didn't understand what they were going on about. I was like, really? Are you certain? But then again, I didn't really compare my walking speed or stance, posture even to anyone else. So until they pointed out, I had no idea. Moving on, how old was I when I got diagnosed? I believe I was about 12. It was just before my father passed away, and they found it having done an unrelated x ray. So they weren't looking for scoliosis, they did an x ray on my chest because my mum and I at that point had really bad chest infections constantly. My mum actually got pneumonia. She was close to dying, but thankfully the hospital managed to save her, and she managed to fight off the pneumonia, and she's still here today. Which honestly, I am more than ecstatic about and more than grateful about. But yeah, they found it just randomly in an unrelated X-ray. I remember getting the letter through, and they were like, "We need to do another X-ray," and I was like, "What for? My chest infection's long healed." And it was from a different department. I honestly can't remember what department, but I was like, oh, more hospital visits because I had a VSD, ventricular septal defect, a hole in the heart that, I'll be honest, put me in and out of hospital anyway. So I was like, great, another thing. But VSD has healed on its own, mysteriously. I say mysteriously, I am very glad it has. Literally had it, I believe, up until I was 20, and then they looked for it because I'd gone off the radar for a while since I moved house, and apparently they had sent a letter to my old house, but yeah, obviously I didn't receive it because I wasn't in that house anymore. So they had to track me down, and when they did it again, I did a scan again, wasn't there. Sort of like an ultrasound. I think it might actually be an ultrasound, I'm not sure. But anyway, moving on to goals. Goals for my channel are very simple. I would like to grow my channel as much as possible, but I don't have a time frame in mind or an amount. I just want to grow and keep doing what I love, which is content creation, streaming, getting things out there. And honestly, I love how much I've grown already as a channel. I am truly proud of this community. I am grateful to all of you for everything everyone has done for me, whether you've turned up to my live streams, watched my videos, commented, liked, subbed. You're all amazing, and I can't thank you enough. And I am so sorry, I'm starting to get really emotional. Oh my god. Life goals. My life goals are honestly pretty boring, I think, in my view. Wants to write a book of my own. So I would love to write a book. there's well, not everyone. There is that quote that keeps going around that everyone's got one book in them, and I hope I have. I really do. It would be nice to write a book. And some point in the future, I would like to get a dog. Maybe go to dogs' homes, see what dogs they have, and pick up one. Maybe that's a little bit older. One that's trained and would be a good fit for my family. I'd also like to manage my mental health a bit better. I know sometimes I can feel overwhelmed. Imposter syndrome hits me like a truck, and I need to handle that a bit better. I need to accept that I can get help. I'm terrible about asking for help. I don't like to ask for help, and I should do that a lot more than I do. I'd love to read more. Now I have more time, I would love to sit down and read the books I have stacked on my shelf waiting to be read and I have not touched. I got a book set even last Christmas, and I still haven't managed to touch it because it is on my list, but my list is like huge. I'd also like to learn to cook more, and trust me when I say this is going to be tough. I am very, very surprised every time I cook that I do not start a fire in my kitchen because, oh my god, I am a terrible cook. Twice now I have managed to give myself food poisoning by not cooking chicken properly, to the point where I would rather burn it than eat undercooked chicken. No, thank you. I also want to do some fun stuff. I would love to see the world, whether it be around the UK or around, other countries. Basically, tour the world if I could. I'd also like to make pizza from scratch, and I'd also love to live life to the fullest. I think one thing that my dad dying did teach me was that you never know how much time you have. I mean, he was only 49 when he passed away from a heart attack from a condition he didn't even know he had. And at that point, I think I realised we never know how much time we've got. And I want to be able to look back on life and say I lived it to the fullest. Anyway, I am so sorry that this got a bit waffly, and I tend to do that when it's not a gaming video. I really do appreciate you watching, and thank you very much for watching some of my previous content. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subs. You are all absolutely amazing. Please, please, please let me know in the comments what your goals are. I would love to hear from you. Please let me know what books you're reading, if you're reading any, or what your favourite game is. Anyway, I look forward to hearing from you, so I will say bye for now. Bye.